In this video, I'm going to review the document warrants list. You can reach this by going to Modules, Document Warrants List. In the list, you can see the most recently entered warrants or documents. I can tell that these are all warrants because the document type is listed here. It should be noted that the document warrants list can be used to enter other types of documents. Alternatively, the civil case list can be used to enter those documents. Presently seeing the active documents, I can change that display by clicking Display here, and then clicking Not Active, or I can see everything. Not active would include served papers. In the middle section, I see a preview of the information inside the document. As I highlight, you'll see this information changes based on the person and the information that was entered into that document. At the bottom of this window, you'll see Advanced Search features. We can add as many parameters to the search as we like. So if I want to see everything that I've been assigned, I can put myself in there, click the Apply button, and now we have a result. I can copy this information by clicking the Copy button and then saving a new warrant. Or I can print the list that I just searched. I can highlight whatever's in this list and print the warrant or the jacket. So let's go up here and open a warrant and see what it looks like. We begin with a document type, and as I mentioned, you can pick different document types. It should be noted that some of these don't capture a full range of information regarding civil documents in this particular list, and that's why it may be more appropriate to use the civil case list for these. Nevertheless, we'll be doing warrants. And we have a warrant type. This is a buildable list. And we have a warrant class. Now this one's a little more important because we can base our reports off of these based on the cross-references selected. Next, we have a document number. This can be entered as freeform text, or you can have the system generate these for you. I'll click the button here, and I don't have anything set up for the system to generate these, but if I wanted to, I could do that in the agency settings. Then we have a docket number, which is freeform text. Moving to the upper right, we have a disposition. The disposition is important because it tells the software what action to take. For example, if I wanted to place a hold on somebody, it will unlock the hold field. The issue date, I can type or I can click the button and select a date, who entered this, the date entered, and who it is assigned to. In the middle section here, we have the defendant's information. I can click the button to go to a master name search, or I can type in the last name and hit tab and it will do a master name search just on that last name, and then I can narrow the scope of my search further by using first name or the advanced search features. For more information on name searches, view the master names video. For my defendant here, Mr. Spencer, I have an address in master names, and I'm able to add notes based on that. I'll click Add Note, and I already have a note added that this is the defendant's father's address. I can change this note if I wish to, and if there are more addresses here, I can put notes on those as well by highlighting them. We are currently on the Defendant tab by default here, and so I'm going to move over to the Warrant tab. Here we have the Issued by Agency, Judge, Court, Date, NCIC number, and state ID, and also the dates that NCIC and the state had these warrants entered. You can see the warrant held by is locked out, and that changes based on this disposition, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to select Hold for Out of County, and then I can put a county in here. Let's move down to the Offense tab, create a new offense. I'm going to click the Offense Code button, and I'm going to search for tampering with evidence. Here it is. We'll give it one count, and we'll say it has a $100 bond. I've accumulated a $100 bond with 0 for a total of 100. There's also a section down here for an aggregate bond. So if you had a bunch of offenses with one aggregate bond, you can enter that information here. The bond payment type is a buildable list, and there's also a section for fine amounts and bank codes. Let's go to the Complainant Victim tab. Here we have complainant and victim information. We have a service tab where we can input a radius code, how far we're willing to serve this warrant. We have the served by field, which is once again controlled by the disposition. And if I didn't mention it, the disposition is controlled by the cross-reference. Every one of those dispositions must have one of these cross-references. If I were to select served, it would unlock all of these locked out fields. I have a filing officer, arresting agency, affirming agency. Please note that all of these are not required and should only be filled out if your agency is using those. There are checkboxes off to the right-hand side for failure to appear, released on recognizance, extradite, night service, and for notify affiant. We can create a service attempt for a date and time, and let's give it a disposition of service attempted, a beginning mileage, an ending mileage, and we could put some notes on there. We'll save it, and it calculates our mileage. We could also add notes in general for the warrant, and attachments if needed. To do attachments, click the Insert button. You can attach directly from the computer, or you can scan a document from a Twain interface if you have scanner drivers loaded on that particular computer. I'll save this, and now we have some preview information here about our warrant. That sums up the document warrants list. Stay tuned for other videos coming soon.